Kool TV proudly presents Lewis County Lions Baseball as the Kool Sports Network brings you coverage of the Lions live from Vanceburg, Kentucky. Now let's head to the field for the pregame show and Lewis County Lions Baseball live on Kool TV.
And a pleasant good evening from Vanceburg as we get you set for Bracken County and Lewis County here on this sunny evening, here on this Tuesday, May 6th, here in beautiful town of Vanceburg, Kentucky. Good evening, everyone. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here this evening as the Lewis County Lions roll in with a record of 3-17. They've lost 9 consecutive, trying to snap the snide as they'll roll in their opponents this evening, the Bracken County Polar Bears, who sit at 3-10. First meeting of these two teams on the year, and again, Lewis County supposed to have had a game last night against Bath County. That one got moved to tomorrow night, so trying to get things rolling in the right direction as the season is quickly dwindling away. We've got just over a week and a half left to go in the regular season. We'll step out for a break. We come back, we'll beat our starting lineups and get you ready for first pitch. The Polar Bears in Vanceburg, they'll tangle with the Lions. And our coverage continues after this on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. For over a century, KCU has been transforming the hearts and minds of students through a Christ-centered academic community that is both academically rigorous and intimately personal. Begin the journey to the career of your dreams today at kcu.edu.
Back here in Vanceburg as we get you set for the Lions and the Polar Bears here on this Tuesday evening. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. We'll start first with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Bracken County Polar Bears. Possibly. Leading things off at shortstop is Corbin Combus. Batting second at third base is Cole Sharp. Batting third at first base is Caleb Emery. The cleanup hitter is the left fielder Noah Bogman. Batting fifth and catching is Justice Johnson. Batting sixth in right field, Dawson Kendall. Batting seventh at second base is Mitchell Steinhauer. Batting eighth as a designated hitter is Mason Jones. He'll hit for the center fielder of Owen Yelton. And batting ninth and pitching is Kurt Hamilton. Combus, Sharp, Emery, Bachman, Johnson, Kendall, Steinhauer, Jones, and Hamilton. Now the starting lineups for the Lewis County Lions. Leading things off and playing left field is Connor Plank. Batting at second back in the lineup in center field is Braxton Egbert. Batting third at shortstop, Kyron Ferguson. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, Cam Ferris. Batting fifth as a designated hitter is Waylon Reeder. Big John will be hitting for the pitcher tonight of Caden Stevenson. St. Michael bats 6th. He'll play 3rd. Parker Jordan behind the dish. He'll bat 7th. Batting 8th and second base is Hunter Bivens, and batting 9th in right field is Braden McGlone. Blank, Egbert, Ferguson, Ferris, Reeder, Smike, Jordan, Bivens, and McGlone. We'll step out for a break. We'll come back, get the national anthem, and get you ready for first pitch, Lewis County and Bracken County after this on Kool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter. Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Baseball and softball seasons are here, and Grayson Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything from bats and gloves to helmets and accessories. No matter the age, Grayson Sporting Goods has the size to get your favorite star ready to hit the field. Grayson Sporting Goods also offers a full selection of East and West Carter team gear with custom printing and embroidery available on many items. Stop by Grayson Sporting Goods, located on Main Street in downtown Grayson, proudly serving Carter County and surrounding counties since 1975.
Back here in Vanceburg as we get you set for Lewis County and Bracken County. Bracken County a little tardy getting to the ballpark this evening, so we're going to be just a little bit later starting than we had originally planned. But either way, we'll get going here in just a little bit. One other game in the area on tap tonight on Kool TV. Raceland's over at East Carter. That game just now getting underway. So we'll keep you updated on that one as we roll through this evening. Lewis County will be back in action tomorrow night. They've got Bath County in town. That game was originally scheduled from last night, and due to Mother Nature deciding that it just cannot stop raining, we had to move that game, and it slid from last night over to tomorrow night. So we'll be with you probably a little bit after 6-2. I talked with Patrick Armitage yesterday, and he said we'll try to get there as quick as we can. But coming from Owingsville, and he said the struggle sometimes is simply just getting a bus. So sometimes that makes things a little difficult, and I get that. So either way, somewhere around 6 o'clock tomorrow night, we'll have first pitch. And we've got, after that, 1 week of the regular season yet to go. 63rd District Tournament down in Raceland this season. Lewis County will play Raceland in the opening round as the 4-versus-1 matchup. And then Russell and Greenup County will be the 2-3. 16th Region Tournament this year over at Boyd County High School. Talked with Pete Fraley last night. He said probably looking at Memorial Day, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But again, they've also got to look at all the schools that still have graduations to deal with that week. So that could be an interesting thing to keep in a part of there, as we may have to roll things up a little earlier because of graduations the latter part of the week. So we'll see how things play out as we get to that point. But either way, 63 Region Softball is at Rowan County this year. And we'll have all of the coverage for both baseball and softball right here on Kool TV. One game currently going on in the majors. Guardians and Nationals have turned into a football score. It's 10-8 Nationals now in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cleveland put 6 runs across in the 7th to take an 8-6 lead. Washington's turned around and hung 4 in the bottom half of that inning to regain a 10-8 lead. Playing the first of a twin bill there today after getting banged on their other game. Other games tonight, Rangers are in Boston. Nate Eovaldi making the return trip back to Boston. Leo Galido making his second start of the season for the Red Sox. Dodgers are at the Marlins tonight at 7. Phillies are at the Rays. Padres at the Yankees. The Reds are down at Atlanta as Andrew Abbott will face off against Chris Sale. Giants are at the Cubs. Orioles at the Twins. White Sox in Kansas City. Astros at the Brewers. Pirates at the Cardinals. Tonight at 9:30, Blue Jays, Angels. Mets are at the D-backs. The 10 o'clock game is the Mariners are playing the Athletics. Game 2, Guardians and Nationals will play at the conclusion of Game 1 right now, and then the Tigers and Rockies have been postponed as that game will be made up now on Thursday out in Denver. This may be the longest home plate meeting I've ever seen in my life. I mean, a lot of questions, or these guys trying to figure out where to go eat after the game. I don't know what it was, but man, this took forever. So either way, geez, oh Pete, we might get going here just about in a few moments. So again, the Polar Bears coming in with a record of 3-10. Lewis County at 3-17, trying to snap the 9-game snide. And again, they've been in just about all of those games. Lost here last time out to East Carter last Friday, 12-1, but it was a 5-1 ball game, and the bases loaded with 2 outs. And Bob McGlone ropes one into the gap and gets robbed, and all of a sudden it just flips the complexity of that game of what was going on with it. So get the game tomorrow night with Bath County. It'll be a replay of the March 27th meeting. That was a 4-3 win by the Wildcats out in Owingsville. They'll head to Paintsville on Thursday. Then they close the regular season out with Fairview on the 12th of Monday, and then 2 games at home, Mason County on Tuesday, Estill County on Friday. All right, we'll step out for a break for the national anthem. We'll come back for first pitch. Bracken County and Lewis County after this on Kool TV.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Since 1932, we've been a proud part of Kentucky, dedicated to serving our members with integrity, respect, and a commitment to excellence. We believe that by working together, we can create a brighter future for everyone. Whether you're saving for a new home, planning for retirement, or starting your own business, we're here to help you every step of the way. So stop wishing and start doing. And let's build a financially successful future together. Thank you for being a part of our journey.
JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. is owned and managed by Shane Wallingford to be a solutions provider for manufacturers tailoring to their specialized needs. It was created with a vision that good communication among all parties will provide the best answer to the problem. From ball mills used in pulverization to custom design of equipment or components, JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. will gladly work with clients to resolve the issues that are prevalent. Their vision is to make your project their successful business. JSB Industrial Solutions, Tollsboro, Kentucky.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff.
That's why we hand stuff every Epic Stuffed Crust with a whole lot of flavor. And we always start with our fresh, never frozen dough.
We never stop exploring new flavors of stuff in our crust. And just wait until you see what we're cooking up next.
The new cheesy calzone Epic Stuffed Crust, hand stuffed with a blend of garlic herb ricotta and mozzarella. Because no one stuffs a crust like Papa John's.
Back here in Vanceburg as we get you set for Lewis County and Bracken County. That is my fault there. I will fix that. Again, Bracken County does not have any names with numbers listed on their website. And we didn't get their stuff until they rolled in here this evening. So we'll get some stuff squared away here and be ready to rock and roll here in just a few moments. Take a look at the defensive alignment for, again, apologies for the names on the screen. Our program crashed. So we're trying, my producer's in the process trying to rebuild everything back in. Defensively for the Lions, it's McGlone, Plank, and Bivens. No, that's not right either. That one didn't save. That was the one from Friday night. Now it's, again, Plank, Egbert, and McGlone will be left to right. Third to first, Smike, Ferguson, Bivens, and Ferris. Jordan behind the dish, and Stevenson will be on the bump. Oh, yeah. Strong wind coming out of that left field corner. Tonight is going to be one of those Murphy nights. Anything that could possibly go wrong is going to go wrong. It has already proven itself to that so far. That's what makes this business fun. It keeps you on your toes. Anthony Stapleton behind the dish tonight. On the bases will be Gregory Stevens. So the shortstop, Corbin Comas, steps in for his first at-bat of the evening. Get this ball game underway. And the first pitch goes behind him to the backstop. That's a great way to start the ball game. We're underway. 6:10 first pitch, 67 degrees, breezy conditions here at the ballpark. Winds gusting 10 to 15 out of that left field corner. Mixture of sun and clouds hanging over top of the ballpark. 1-0 pitch, swung on a miss. That's what you do. You throw it behind him and you come right back inside on him. It's like, hey, you really think this is what you're going to get from me? Seriously? Yeah, wait till you see what's coming after that one. This one's rolled foul down the third base side. The 1-2 from Stevenson. That one hit him. No way. He leaned into it. I thought that was a strike. Next up, number 18, Kool Sharp. So a man aboard to start the frame. And the third baseman of Kool Sharp coming in. I have no stats for this team whatsoever. They have put 2 stats in all season long out of 13 games. No numbers, no stats. Hey, we go with what we've got. So we'll make it up as we go. That's right. Shows bunt, puts this one in the dirt. Runner's trying to take off over toward first. He got a late hesitated start, and he is dead to rights as he dances around. He's out a mile. He's out of the baseline. I don't know that I've ever seen that in my entire life. I mean, that's a song and a dance out at second base. He took off at first base, stopped, took off again, and then he was just flat-footed whenever Stevenson, because he got his timing completely off. And then he went to the plate, and Jordan leaves it sitting down there to him. This one's hopped over to Smike. He'll fire it across. There's 2 down. So Caleb Emery will step in. Nobody on, 2 down in the frame. Sun beats down through the clouds and lightens things up here in Vanceburg, and the big breaky ball tumbles low for a ball 1-0. Bachman will go next if the inning would continue. Jordan flashes the sign, the right-hander back to work. That one misses down and in for a ball, 2-0. That's in there, called strike, 2-1. Stevenson kicks and deals. This one's fouled away on the first base side, and the count goes to 2-2. Stevenson trying to work a clean first after giving up the hit-by pitch to the leadoff man. He got retired trying to swipe second base. A ground out to third, and now Emery, after getting ahead 2-0, is down to an even 2-2 count. And time requested. We get to another batter this inning. If you got his numbers for pitching. 2-2 offering. Tries to sneak that one in up top, and it misses high for a full count to the first baseman, Emery. The 3-2. Poked foul into the dugout on the Polar Bear side of things. The count will stay full. Stevenson going through his signs. A couple of head nods, has the one he likes. Another 3-2. Misses low down, stairs ball 4, and a 2-out walk issued. So Stevenson making his 10th appearance on the season, a 1-1 record with 3.63 ERA, 17 and a third innings of works, 13 hits, 10 strikeouts, 13 walks, 14 runs given up, 9 of those have been earned. Noah Bachman, the left fielder, steps in. That one's downstairs for a ball. Polar Bears have had 2 runners on base, both of those from free passes, one from a hit-by pitch, and then the 2-out walk to Emery. That one's in there, a called strike. 1-1. Check our Kool Hit Sports trivia question coming up in the top of the second inning. 1-1 offering in the dirt. Nice job there by Jordan to smother that one and keep everybody at bay. Two balls and 1 strike to Noah Bachman. Nice pitch, swing and a miss. Grayson leading East Carter 1-0, top of the second inning over in Grayson tonight. 2 teams hooking up late in the season over at J.P. Coons Field. And Actually, they're going to get a chance to play all 7 innings. They have not done that in the last 2 seasons. Here's a chopper back to the mound. Stevenson will field and throw, and that'll end the inning. Bracken County leaves a runner aboard. We're scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first inning after this on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pub and Shop.
Return,
refresh,
refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
No. Bottom of the first inning we go. Scoreless with Lewis County coming to the plate the first time. Blank, Egbert, and Ferguson, a 3 that'll go. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Polar Bears. Left to right will be Noah Bachman, Owen Yelton, and Dawson Kendall. Third to first, Cole Sharp, Corbin Combus, Michael Stunhauer, and Caleb Emery. Justice Johnson behind the dish, and the southpaw of Kurt Hamilton is on the bump. I don't know if it's a good sign or a bad sign, but right now we've got buzzards circling the field. I mean, there are several of them I can see 5 right now in the sky. That is the pace of the game, boys. We're going to have to pick things up, or we're going to be in trouble here tonight. When the buzzards start circling over top of you, that's something. It either something stinks or it's moving too slow that they can get. There you can see them on the screen. The buzzards in Vanceburg are circling the field. So, boys, you better put some pep in the step tonight and find a way to push this one through here. Of course, the best part of coming to Vanceburg is closed today. Artie's is not open on Tuesday, so we get the second best thing, cheeseburgers out of the concession stand. We did get Artie's Friday night, though. That was the good part. They stayed open until 9, so we were able to get down there and have a phenomenal dinner. And that's one of the best parts of coming up here. The bad part about Mondays of coming up here, Artie's is closed. Osmonds is also closed. There's nothing but McDonald's, and then luckily the concession stand's here. So it's always a good catch through there. I love it. Tell her she can cook anytime we're coming to do games because it's phenomenal. Connor Blake will start us off, a .273 hitter, 12 hits, 8 driven in with 2 doubles, 14 walks on the season. He'll go from the left-handed side. So a lefty on lefty. Don't see that often. So Hamilton standing high on the bump out there will start us off here in the home first. This one's rocketed into right and past the right fielder Kendall and all the way to the fence. He's going to turn and come toward third base. They may send him all the way to the plate. They're going to slam on the brakes there. It's going to be a 3-base error by the right fielder, and the Lions in business here in the home first inning. It was a sharp liner right at Kendall. It missed his glove and went all the way to the wall. So Braxton Egbert returns to the lineup after a brief injury. Back in center field as well. Batting .257 on the season. And one thing that allows, too, is that allows South Wallingford to start putting people back in their normal positions. He fouls this one away. You take one guy out of the middle of the field, and it junks everything up. And, again, you can sometimes get away with moving people on the sides, but you start moving people up the middle of the field, and it takes everything out of sorts of what you do. You lose your starting center fielder, and it really messes things away. That one's downstairs. The count evens at 1-1. It forced Plank to move over to center, moved McGlone from right to left, Ferris played every position in the infield. You had two guys that comes off the bench on a normal basis, were in starting roles, playing first base. And you move that one guy back into it, and everything just settles back to normal. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Graceland leading East Carter 2-0 now, top of the second inning over in Grayson. This was a rocket right to third base. A nice catch there by the third baseman, Sharp. Plank scurries back to the bag safely. There's one down in the inning. So the shortstop and the senior, Kyron Ferguson, steps in. A .388 hitter, 19 hits, 7 driven in. Infield in for the moment. Trying to keep that run at bay over at third base on any ball hit in the infield. That one stays upstairs and away. 1-0. Outfield straightaway and, what did you say? Probably about a normal depth. Again, wind is blowing tonight. Tell me, when is the wind not blowing in Vanceburg is my question. I walked outside school today, and I felt the wind at lunchtime, and I went, well, I guess it's blowing in Vanceburg. And I was like, well, it's always blowing in Vanceburg. But blowing out of that left field corner toward the right field pole. Here's a hard-hit ball. That one's going to find its way through into right center field. It's going to be an RBI single for Ferguson, and Lewis County takes an early 1-0 lead. That's what happens. You draw the infield in, and all you got to do is just poke it past somebody. It didn't have a lot on it, but had enough. So it brings in Cam Ferris. .370 hitter, 17 hits, 7 driven in, 6 doubles. Ferguson, decent speed over at first base. This one's in the dirt. Now, the fun thing we had going on the other night with our regular announcer and music extraordinaire out of here, they didn't have the playlist. So it was WWE walk-up songs all night long. It was great. This one's fouled straight back. Count evens at 1-1. Yeah, he was just throwing stuff out there. It was sticking. It was great. Big John was John Cena. He comes up, the first ball he has, he ropes it right over top the third baseman's head. He's like, I can't change it now, man. That's it. That's a groove. Ferguson at first after the RBI single. That one's up and away, 2-1. Outside, 3 balls and 1 strike to the first baseman tonight for the Lewis County Lions. Big John stands in the on-deck circle, would go next. Big swing and a miss. He was trying to park that one across the fence. It comes up empty. So the count goes full to the first baseman, Ferris. With a runner aboard, 1 down here in the home first. Lewis County's already plated 1 run. They lead at 1-0. Payoff pitch. Ferguson's going. This one's laced down the line. That's a fair ball. Ferguson's going to come to third base. It's going to be a perfectly executed hit and run. The Lions have him at the corners with 1 down here in the first. Cam couldn't have walked that ball out there and laid it any better on the ground. And now Big John, Waylon Reeder steps in. Batting 196 on the season with 10 hits, 5 driven in. So good opportunity here for the Lions to hang a crooked number on the scoreboard after taking an early 1-0 lead. First pitch misses wide for a ball. I came in the ballpark this evening. Seth Wallingford looked at me. He goes, "You're glutton for punishment, aren't you?" I said, "I've got a feeling." He goes, You sure about that? I'm not going to tell you what the rest of that conversation went like. I said, Coach, I got a feeling. That one gets away from the catcher. He got tied up there, 2-0. Again, you go back to the East Carter game Friday night. That final score was not indicative of what that ball game was. Like I said, it was 5-1, bases loaded, and the meat of your order in the rotation, and a diving catch that robs at least 2 runs to end the inning on a diving catch from Logan Rice to take away not 1 but 2 balls that night from Bob McGlone. He took him out of the right center gap the first time, then got him in the left center field gap the next time. And this is a 4-pitch walk to Reeder, and the bases are loaded. So the third baseman of Zane Smike will come in. Smike, a .333 hitter, 12 hits, 7 driven in, 3 doubles. Infield comes in again for the Polar Bears. Now the middle's going to move back. Corners will stay up. That's, whoa, a called strike. It was called something. Should have been called a ball. Pillows covered in lions. This was cue balled up the first base line. It'll go foul up the first base line quickly. It's 0-2. And that's a pitch right there Smike had the swing at. After calling the first pitch a strike, and as the pitcher there, a heck of a job by Hamilton going right back to that same location. Let's see if I can get that thing again. I mean, that thing was 6 inches off the plate. This isn't Greg Smoltz or John Smoltz and Greg Maddox out here. But that's what you do as a pitcher. You get that away strike, you go right back to it. Nice job here by Johnson to box that one up, keep everybody at bay. Ferguson, the RBI single over at third. Ferris, a single down the line in right, and then Reeder, the 4-pitch walk. That's where we currently stand in a 1-ball, 2-count strike to the third baseman, Zane Smike, with 1 away here in the first. He pokes this one down the first base side, and another foul ball. Raceland has taken a 5-0 lead over East Carter. The game now going in the bottom of the second inning over in Grayson. 1-0 our score here. 1-2 pitch. Down and away. 2-2. Nationals have beaten the Guardians 10-9 in the first of 2 games this evening. 2-2 pitch, chopped foul at the plate. In there, called strike 3. That's the best pitch he threw him in the at-bat. So 2 down in the inning now as Smike gets caught looking. And that's up to the catcher, Parker Jordan. 212 hitter, 7 hits, 2 driven in with a double. This would be tough to come out of this inning with the bases loaded and 1 out and get only 1 run in it. This one's fouled away. Hamilton has labored here in the frame, already offering 27 pitches. But if he could wiggle out of this and only give up 1, his head coach would probably be over there doing backflips. 1-1. Another job there by Johnson to keep that ball in front of him, and everybody stays put. 2 balls and a strike. Hunter Bivens would go next if the inning continues. Bases covered up at every position, 2 down in the inning. That's down and in, ball 3, and the count goes to 3-1 to the Lions catcher. Southpaw steps back onto the rubber, takes a long look into his battery mate Johnson, kicks and deals. And that one's down and in, ball 4, and it's going to be an RBI walk for Jordan, and that makes it 2-0 Lewis County. So Ferguson comes to the plate, Ferris to third, Reeder to second. We'll get a courtesy runner for the catcher as Helpenstein will go over to run for him, and the second baseman of Hunter Bivens comes in, a 150 hitter. So 2 runs across for the Lions here in the frame. Hamilton struggling with his command. Trying to get himself out of this jam here in the first inning. Nice pitch on the outside corner, a called strike, 1-1. Catcher was looking for the ball. It was in his mitt. He turned, and as he turned, it kicked away from him. Now, the one thing to keep a close eye on Hamilton, I've been watching this very closely over the last several pitches, his frustration level is picking up his pace, and he is getting himself very close to balking. He's coming set, but a few pitches a moment ago, it was set, go, set, go. And that's the last thing you want to do is balk in a run. He's about to walk in another one. He's got to find a strike here on a 3-1 count. And he does so as Bivens chases one out of the zone and the count goes full. So everybody will get a head start on this pitch. With 2 outs in the inning, bases covered up in Lions in a 2-0 ball game here in the first. Here's the payoff pitch. Lifted skyward, and it'll drift out of play behind the press box here, and the count stays at 3-2. Helpenstein's got to be careful if this ball does get put in play to not run up the backside of Big John out there at second base. Another payoff pitch. High, ball 4. Back-to-back 2-out walks. Makes it 3-0. And we get a visit to the mound coming up for the Polar Bears. So the 9th batter of the inning getting ready to come to the plate in Brady McGlone. Lewis County got the early 1-0 lead on an RBI single from Kyron Ferguson. And since then, Cam Ferris with a single that moved him over to third. And then 3 consecutive walks have pushed across 2 more runs and made it 3-0 Lewis. McGlone had been hitting in the top part of the order, so now you put a guy down in the bottom of the order in the 9th spot that has a lot of pop and a lot of good at-bats that he saw up at the top of the order. Somebody can roll the order back at the top for you. McGlone batting .318 on the season. He's got warning track power in his back pocket. He would take one in the gap right here, and hopefully nobody runs underneath it. I've seen guys get robbed once in a game, but, 2 diving catches like what he had. And all you could do is just turn and tip your hat to him. He's ahead 2-0. Hamilton just issued his 40th pitch here in the first inning. McGlone stands tight on that inner half of the plate, toes on the white line of that right-handed side batter's box. And it's 3-0. Connor Plank, who reached on a three-base error and came around to score a first run of the ball game, stands in the on-deck circle to be the 10th man to go in the frame if McGlone reaches. 3-0 pitch, ball 4. So 3 consecutive walks have plated 3 runs for the Lions, who take a 4-0 lead. And Connor Plank will come to the plate for his second at-bat of the inning. Roped one at the right fielder his first time through that turned into a 3-base error. And came around to score a first run of this contest. Sun blanketing the field for the moment. That one's at the knees, but low for a ball, 1-0. The Buzzards have had enough of this ball game. They're gone. Nice pitch, 1-0 at the belt for a called strike, 1-1. I don't know that I've ever seen anything run Buzzards off, and this ball game has done so. They are nowhere in the area. .28.5 minutes now, 29 minutes into this ball game. We're in the first inning. 2-1. One of my old favorite sayings, I say this game's moving at the pace of molasses in the Arctic winter of Alaska. 2-1 pitch. Took a 9-iron swing on that one and found nothing but air, 2-2. This is the wind you would like to have as a lefty. It is wind aided for lefties. You get one up in the vapor stream tonight, it may travel well. 2-2 pitch. Kicks away from the catcher. Everybody stays put. Counts 3-2. Helpenstein at third. Bivens out at second. McGlone over at first. 4 runs across for the Lions. Hamilton trying to not give up 4 consecutive walks that lead to runs. And he's in another full count here in the frame as he's got Connor Plank in a 3-ball, 2-strike approach coming up. Here it comes. And it's fouled away. Another 3-2. Upstairs, ball 4. So 4 consecutive walks. He's going to plate another run. That makes it 5-0. And that's going to be it for Mr. Hamilton. His 49th pitch brings the head coach out of the dugout. And that should bring a pitching change with it as well. He'll take the baseball. We'll have a pitching change. We'll tell you about it on the other side of the break. We return after this here on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pop and Shop.
Return,
refresh,
refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Going to the bullpen as the right-hander Corbin Combus will come on to throw. He'll move from shortstop. Hamilton's going to go to left. Bachman's moving over to play right. I believe Emery has moved from first to short. soon as they reset here, we'll let you know exactly. And it looks like that's going to bring the right fielder of Kendall to first base. That's what's going to happen. All right, so here's the way it looks now. Defensively, Hamilton, Yelton, and Bachman. That's left to right. Third to first is Sharp, Emery, Steinhauer, and Kendall. And Corbin Comas on the bump now. So 5 runs across in the frame, 4 of those on 2-out walks. And Braxton Egbert will come in for his second at-bat of the inning and the 11th batter to come to the plate for the Lions here in the home first inning. He lined out to third his first time through this evening. Bivens at third, McGlone at second, Plank at first. First pitch up and in for a ball, 1-0. Little two-seam action there. Decent speed around the base paths with McGlone and Plank at second and first respectfully. That one dives in there for a called strike, 1-1. Raceland has extended their lead over East Carter now 6-0. That game at the top of the third inning. That one hits him in the back. That's going to bring home another run and makes it 6-0. So Kyron Ferguson steps in. He singled through the drawn-in infield for the first run of the ball game. This is a big opportunity here for the man that owns most of the Lions' home runs on the season. And he's ahead 2-0. He hits this one a ton. Down the line, back at the fence, look up and say goodbye, see ya. Kyron Ferguson cleans the bases with one swing of the bat. It's a grand salami. And Ferguson smacks his 4th home run of the season. And it's a towering shot to left and a 10-0 lead on the Ison's Cards and Collectibles Instant Replay. That was not wind aided. That one pierced through the wind. So Ferguson 2 for 2 in the ball game with a home run and 5 RBIs. It's crooked, all right. It's so crooked it took it off the scoreboard. So Cam Ferris steps in and he takes one over top of his head to the backstop. Ferris 1 for 1, laced a single down the line in right field his first time through. That one dives into a called strike. 1-1. 9 of the 10 runs coming with 2 outs of this inning. This one's fouled away. 1-2. That one hits him in the helmet. So Ferris on board for the second time in the ball game. So you can close the book on Hamilton. He goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 2 hits, 8 runs, none of those earned. Struck out 1, walked 5. So John Reeder comes in, a walk his first time through. That was at the top of the zone, a called strike, 0-1. 1-1. Rocket over toward third. A backhand pick by Sharp. He'll fire it across, and that will end the inning. But a really good inning for the Lions. They plate 10. 4 of those coming off the towering grand slam from Kyron Ferguson. We're through 1. 10-0 Lewis. Back after this on Kool TV.
Here at Kentucky Christian University, we believe that nursing saves lives. Nursing is more than a career, it's a calling. KCU has a reputation for producing exemplary graduates who excel both clinically and professionally. With options for both in-person and online studies, KCU is ready to help you begin the career of your dreams today. Find out more at kcu.edu.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
10-0 as we go to the top of inning number 2. It took us 37.5 minutes to play the first inning. Lewis County plates 10 runs on 3 hits. One of those, the big fly from Kyron Ferguson on a grand salami and on a no-doubter to left. Johnson, Kendall, and Steinhauer will go this inning for the Polar Bears. They've got a lot of work to do here in this one. We'll get our Kool Sports Trivia question here in just a few moments. You're going to have to act quick on this one because Lewis County may try to make quick work of this one, of putting the 15-run rule into effect. If they can score in the second, they got us some defensive work to do here as the catcher, Justice Johnson, steps in. And as a pitcher, when you get a run like that, your job is to find bats. Throw to contact. You want to get yourself off the field as quickly as possible and get those sticks back to the lineup. Quickly ahead, 0-2. Here to Johnson. Weakly lifted to the third baseman, Smike. Dropping back, makes the catch in foul territory for the first out here in the second. All right, let's take a look at our Kool Sports Trivia question. This date in 1998, this pitcher tied the major league record for the most strikeouts in a game of 20. Who was he? A. Roger Clemens, B. John Smoltz, C. Tom Glavine, D. Kerry Wood. You can text me 606-571-7281. I'll check the answer here in, we'll see how the game flows. We typically do it in the top of the 5th. This one may have to go a little sooner than that, but we'll keep an eye on it. But again, text me your answer, 606-571-7281. Be sure to put your name and your answer, A, B, C, or D, and we'll check the answer here in just a bit. So Dawson Kendall, the first baseman, steps in. Chops this one foul over on the third base side. Count evens at 1-1. Dodgers taking an early 1-0 lead over the Marlins. That game just now getting underway. 1-game final today. Nationals beat the Guardians 10-9 in the first of 2 in their twin bill. Tigers in Colorado tonight. That game's rained out. They'll play that game on Thursday. Stevens ahead, 1-2. Swing and a miss. 2 down in the inning. His first strikeout of the contest. So the second baseman, Mitchell Steinhauer, steps in. Should the inning continue, Jones would go next. Stevenson kicks and deals. That one runs up and in, gets past the catcher, and all the way to the backstop. 1-0. Ten runs on 3 hits in that first inning for the Lions. One of those, the big swing coming from Kyron Ferguson. The 1-0. Breaky ball gets in there for a called strike. 1-1. I bet he is filthy on a wiffle ball field. Long stare in at his catcher as Jordan flashes the signs. The 1-1. There it is again, and a beautiful pitch on the breaking ball at the knees, 1-2. Throw it again. Thing wouldn't break a sheet of glass from 10 feet, but boy, it's beautiful. He does get on. All you're going to do on a pitch like that, it's going to chop it in the ground. And he gives him a fastball at the belt. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 in the inning. Bracken County goes quietly in the second. 10-0 Lions. Back after this on Kool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Go to Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
Bottom of the second inning, 10-0 Lewis. No, that did not update. Because it should be Smike, Jordan, and Bivens, the 3 that comes through. Listen, it has been one of those Murphy nights. Nothing else can go wrong, it will. Zane Smike, a strikeout victim his first time through. Tries to sneak one in at the top of the zone, but misses. 1-0. They'll say he did not offer. That goes to 2-0. Six, 7, and 8 this inning for the Lions. He'll help him out with that one at the top of the zone, 2-1. Three balls and a strike to the third baseman for the Lions. That one nearly hits him as it goes to the backstop for ball number 4 and a leadoff man aboard. So Parker Jordan come in. One of 3 consecutive walks that led to runs with the bases loaded back in the first inning. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Combs slings that one wide, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Smike a very short lead over at first base. Right-hander back to work. Tardy swing there by the catcher, and the count evens at 2-2. Tied him up and gets the strikeout. One away here in the frame. So Hunter Bivens comes in, walked and plated a run. Goes upstairs and comes up empty on the swing and a fan. Chops this one foul over on the third base side. 0-2 quickly. This is what the Polar Bears need, is a quick inning. Right-hander back to work. Lifted weakly out to left field. Hamilton coming on. The center fielder, Yelton's going to make the catch. There's 2 down in the inning. That was danger zone there as Yelton came way over. So Brady McGlone comes in, a walk and an RBI, his first time through. Smike over at first after the leadoff walk, and Combs trying to keep it from going back to the top of the order. And Bob has to do a little limbo action there to not get beamed in his first pitch that he sees in the second at-bat of the ballgame. Comes up empty on that one. Count evens at 1-1. Fouls this one away at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the right fielder. Top of the order in the on-deck circle of Connor Plank would go next if the inning continues. 1-2 off of his helmet. Third hit batter. Bob's on base for his second time, and now we go back to the top of the order, and Connor Plank, who's 0 for 1. Reached on an error in the first, came around to score the first run of the ball game. Walked on that second at-bat. Every batter, with the exception of Kyron Ferguson, has been on base with either a walk or a hit by pitch. Ferguson's 2 times on base, a single and a home run. Two and one. Three balls and a strike to the left fielder for the Lions. Braxton Egbert stands in the on-deck circle to go next. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there from Combs to run the count full. That will allow Smike and McGlone to get a head start here on the pitch with 2 down in the second. Lions in front 10-0. A little herky-jerky move there by Combs. That's just barely almost borderline a balk. Misses upstairs, ball 4, and the bases are full. And the reason I say that it was nearly a ball because he jerked that foot up quick and then stopped. And as he took that foot up, it almost looked like it drifted behind the rubber. So Braxton Egbert lined out and was hit by a pitch. Nine of the 10 Lions hits or runs have come across with 2 outs. Now Combus all of a sudden in a hurry to try to work toward Egbert. And now Egbert's going to step out and try to slow things down a little bit. Combus back on the rubber. The right-hander from the belt. This one's going to go over towards shortstop, and running it down is Emery, and that'll end the inning. Lewis County leaves them juiced. We're through 2, 10-0 Lions. Back after this on Kool TV.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Osmond Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmondpharmacy.com. Osmond Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osmond Pharmacy and Grill today. Osmond Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Top of the 3rd inning, 10-0 Lewis. Jones, Hamilton, and back to the top of the order of Combus due up this inning for the Polar Bears. Let's take a look at our Coin Sports Trivia question. This date in Major League Baseball history, 1998, this pitcher tied the Major League record for most strikeouts in a game. It was a 20-piece for this pitcher. Who was he? A. Roger Clemens, B. John Smoltz, C. Tom Glavine, D. Kerry Wood. We'll try to push it out to at least the 4th inning. Again, you can text me 606-571-7281. Be sure to put your name and your selection, A, B, C, or D there. And we'll check the answer there in the 4th. So Mason Jones will start us off, the designated hitter for the Polar Bears. He offers at that big sweeping breaking ball for a first strike to start the 3rd. The 0-1. 2-hopper out to Ferris at first. He'll scoop it up, step on the bag, 1 down in the 3rd. So now the left fielder, a left-handed throwing, right-handed hitting left fielder. He started on the bump, was touched up for 8 unearned runs in the 1st inning. The breaking ball almost gets in there. Combus on deck in the on-deck circle. We'll go next. He wants the hook again. That one goes down and away, and it's 2-0. Three balls and no strikes. Only 2 base runners that's been on base for the Polar Bears. A hit by pitch by Combus to start the ball game, and then a 1-out walk to Emery. That's right down Broadway. A called strike. Make that actually a 2-out walk because Combs had gotten erased trying to steal second base. Here's a 3-1. Sneaks the two-seamer in there for a called strike. Count goes to full. Somebody needs to buzz Mr. Bivens out there and tell him he needs to slide just one way or the other about 6 inches. Payoff pitch. And that hits him. They were looking for a fastball away, and he goes a fastball up and in. So back to the top of the order we go, and Corbin Combs, who reached on a hit by pitch his first time through. 10-0 Lewis here in the third, after the Lions played at 10 in the home first. Lewis County and Bath County back in action tomorrow night. Around 6 o'clock first pitch scheduled time. I'd say we'll probably be close to 6:10, 6:15. Talking with Patrick Armitage yesterday from Bath County, he said probably 4:30 before we get on the road, closer to that, just trying to get a bus and stuff. So by the time they make the trip up, I would say they're looking at close to right at about an hour. Nearly got him again, 3-0. Lewis County with 2 games next week to close out the regular season at home. They start the week on the road at Fairview. In the 63rd District Tournament the week following. Comas gets pegged for the second time in the ballgame. So I guess there's one way to look at it. If you're behind 3-0, you're going to walk a guy, make him earn it. But back-to-back hit batters have 2 runners on for the Polar Bears here in the visiting third, and now the third baseman of Cole Sharp comes in. Sharp grounded out to Smike over at third his first time through. It's turned out to be a beautiful evening there tonight. Had some cloud cover earlier in the day. A little bit of a cool day as well with that wind that was blowing. But absolutely beautiful evening here in Vanceburg. Stevenson struggling finding the zone. One 0 pitch up and in, 2-0. And that's the one thing you get when you get cloudy to sun is your exposure on your camera goes from one polar opposite to the other. You go from pitch dark to blazing on fire. (2-0) chopped foul, 2-1. 7-2 Raceland in front of East Carter. That game at the bottom of the fourth inning over in Grayson now. Two-one hits him, and he's hit 3 in a row. Not often you get the hat trick with hit batters, but he's hit 3 in a row and loaded the bases. And what was just absolutely just looking like he was grooving, Stevenson all of a sudden can't throw a strike. "16 pitches in this inning, 5 have been strikes. So Hamilton at third, Combus out at second, Sharp at first, and the shortstop now of Caleb Emery coming in. Emery earned a walk his first time through today. The conversation right now to Mr. Stevenson is throw the strike pitch. Stop worrying about junk. You have a 10-0 lead. You've hit the last 3 guys. Throw it down the middle and let them swing. I told you, those buzzers left for a reason. So the sun dives behind the clouds as Emery steps in with the bases full. 1 down in the inning. This one's in the dirt. One swing of the bat here, the Polar Bears can claw right back into this one. It's 2-0. And this is where, as the Polar Bears hitters come to the plate right now, you put the bat on your shoulder until he throws you a strike. 18 pitches, 5 strikes in the inning. And he rolls one over. They'll get the force out at third. Smike tries to fire it across. Not in time. So the runner that was forced out at third tries to scurry down the line, trying to get him to draw a tag. So the fielder's choice will erase the runner at third base, but it will plate a runner. And make it 10-1. So Noah Bachman steps in 0 for 1. Grounded out back to Stevenson his first time through. First and second, 2 down in the inning. Swing and a miss on the 1-0 pitch. The catcher Johnson would go next if the inning continues. The 1-1. That one kicks past Jordan. That will allow Sharp and Emery to move up 90 feet. Great read there by both of those guys when the ball in the dirt and jumped quickly toward third and second base respectfully. And now 2 runners in scoring position for the Polar Bears here in the visiting third. This one's lifted skyward and will get out of play. That's on the press box. First one I've had there this year. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two on, 2 out. 2's wild here in the third. 10-1. Lewis County leads it after a 10-run first inning by the Lions. Stevenson kicks and deals. Breaky ball chopped out towards short. Ferguson will field, fires it across, and ends the inning. But the Polar Bears plate 1. It's 10-1 as we go to the bottom of the third. We'll return after this on Kool TV.
JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. is owned and managed by Shane Wallingford to be a solutions provider for manufacturers tailoring to their specialized needs. It was created with a vision that good communication among all parties will provide the best answer to the problem. From ball mills used in pulverization to custom design of equipment or components, JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. will gladly work with clients to resolve the issues that are prevalent. Their vision is to make your project their successful business. JSB Industrial Solutions, Tollsboro, Kentucky.
Since 1932, we've been a proud part of Kentucky, dedicated to serving our members with integrity, respect, and a commitment to excellence. We believe that by working together, we can create a brighter future for everyone. Whether you're saving for a new home, planning for retirement, or starting your own business, we're here to help you every step of the way. So stop wishing and start doing. And let's build a financially successful future together. Thank you for being a part of our journey.
stuck in the middle of a Three Musketeers. Bottom of the third inning, 10-1, Lewis in front of Bracken. Ferguson, Ferris, and Reeder, the three do up this inning. (606-571-7281). That's the number you also need for the trivia question. 1998, this pitcher tied the Major League record for most strikeouts in a game of 20. Who was he? A. Roger Clemens, B. John Smoltz, C. Tom Glavine, D. Kerry Wood. Again, 606-571-7281 is the number. We'll check the answer in the top of the fourth inning. So meat of the order coming through this inning for the Lions. Kyron Ferguson hit one that hasn't landed yet, as he hit a grand salami his second time through. I believe that's his fourth home run of the year. Seth hasn't updated stats in 2 games. But I believe, didn't he have one against Russell? So that would have been his third. That was his fourth there. Nice pitch, two-seam fastball that dives back across the outside corner, 1-1. Chopper toward third. That one's going to sneak its way through. And Ferguson on base for the third time today with a seeing eye single in the infield. Snuck it past the third baseman's glove. Emery fills it deep in the hole, but he had no chance of making the throw. So Cam Ferris, 1-for-1, steps in. Single down the line and right, was hit by a pitch his last time through. Here's the 1-0. There goes Ferguson. This one swung on and fouled to the moon. That one may be back on top of the high school. Just narrowly missed the car. Chris is on the way. I want to know how many steps that kid gets in the middle of warming up for a baseball game in the context of getting to the end. Yeah, he just turns off. I can totally see that. Long pause this time. That one runs down and in for a ball, 2-1. We got here this evening. He had that championship belt out there. He was running around the field with it. That kid has more energy than most people have in a lifetime. And he wears that Lewis County shirt with pride. 3-1. I would put Ferguson in motion here. Let's see if they put him in motion again. There he goes. 3-1, fouled away at the plate. Sometimes this old goober knows a little bit about the game. Now, I would put him in motion again, but not Ferguson here because he can't run twice to second base. He'll hear that, and he'll give me a hard time next time I see him, but that's okay. He's looking in at camera, and I go, what are you doing to me, man? Right-hander Combs back up on the bump. Ferguson leaks away from first. And we'll get a first check of the runner over there. Now, that gives him a little bit of extra time there. You notice he's taking his time getting up from first base. He's like, I'm going to milk this out as long as so that right there tells me that I think Coach Wallingford still got the hit and run on here. He does not go, and that runs down and in, ball 4. So 2 on in the inning. And Big John Reeder comes in. Reeder walking a ground out. Had a hard hit ground ball over to third. That ended that 10-run first inning. First pitch misses upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Dodgers in front of the Marlins, 1-0. Bottom of the third in Philadelphia, or in Miami, excuse me. Philadelphia leads the Rays 1-0 down in St. Pete. Padres in the Bronx. They're scoreless in the bottom of the first inning with the Yankees. Guardians and Nationals getting their second game underway. They're scoreless through one. Reds Braves top of the one down at SunTrust. Reds threatening to plate some runs in the top of the first inning. They got runners at second and third with two down. Working against Chris Sale tonight. Speaking of some trivia, I got a good one here for you in just a second of a former pitcher for the Reds. 3 balls and a strike. This date in 2009, some guy named Bronson Arroyo, he had one of the worst starts of his career. He gave up 5 runs in the first inning. He gave up a 3-run homer from J.J. Hardy, and he got touched with a grand slam from Ryan Braun. This one slapped to left. Diving away, and that one gets away from Hamilton all the way to the fence. Ferguson's going to jog around and come in to score and make it 11-1. That was a tough ball for Hamilton to hang on to. It was tailing away from him as he was running toward it. But the error will allow the run to come around to score. And now Zane Smythe comes in. 0 for 1. Back to Arroyo. He did not get out of that first inning. You talk about a guy that touched 93 on occasion. He was an all-star. He was if you wanted a game that moved quickly, that was not your dude. But you want to see an explanation of how much command and control, not velocity, gets you in the bigs. That's the guy to watch. There's a chopper toward third, and that's a foul ball. His pitching style was about the same of his personality. He was a hippie at heart. He loved playing his guitar, and he took his time with everything he did. But, man, he could lull you to sleep when that breaking ball was on. Soft away, soft away, soft away, and then chase something in on your hands that had made it look like it was 96-97 after throwing 82-83 the entire time. This is a rope over toward right field, and that one's in there for a base hit. Ferris is coming to the plate. Here comes the throw. We're going to have a play at the plate. And they've got the big man there. 9-2 on the putout. And there's one away in the inning. So a single for Smike. So both runners will move up on the throw. And Parker Jordan comes in. Jordan 0 for 1, but a strikeout, a walk, and a run driven in. That's to the backstop. That's going to bring Big John to the plate and make it 12-1. Graceland in front of East Carter 8-2 now. The game in the 5th inning over in Grayson. 2-1. Rangers have jumped on the Red Sox early. They lead at 1-0 up in Boston. Red Sox coming to the plate in their first game. Three balls and a strike to Jordan. And up and in, ball 4. That is the 9th walk, the 12th free pass with the hit batters that's gone to Gay. Second time Jordan has walked in this ball game. Helpenstein will take his runner position over at first base, running for the catcher, and that may be all for Mr. Combs. A call to the bullpen as we'll shift some stuff around. We'll tell you about it when we return after this here on Kool TV.
Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. For over a century, KCU has been transforming the hearts and minds of students through a Christ-centered academic community that is both academically rigorous and intimately personal. Begin the journey to the career of your dreams today at kcu.edu.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family, because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
New pitcher on the bump is the right-hander Peyton Dwinger. He'll take over for Combs with one out here in the third. Lions lead at 12-1. With runners at the corners. I did not see Combs come back out. He went to the dugout. Again, those numbers are hard to see. Blue on black. It's tough to tell. But I saw him walk to the dugout. I did not see him come out. And the head coach for the Bracken County Polar Bears, Rob Crift, stopped and had a word with Anthony Stapleton, and they had lineup cards out. So I'm guessing that Dwinger's going to take Combs' spot in the lineup when he comes back through, if they get to that point. Smike will be at third, Helpenstein running for Jordan over at first. Beautiful evening here in Vanceburg. Lions trying to snap a 9-game losing streak. And they're well on their way of doing that here tonight. And then they'll be back at it tomorrow night with Bath County in town. We'll be with you sometime around the hour of 6 o'clock. We'll see what the infield's going to do. They're setting up as originally they were setting up as they were going to go in. Middle infield's going to go back and play for a double play ball. So the book is still open on Combs. He owns both runners at first and third. And the first pitch offered from Dwinger misses high for a ball 1-0. Bivens 0 for 1 in the ball game, a walk and an RBI. He flew out to left center his second time through. From the belt, the right-hander's 1-1. Top of the zone, a called strike. 1-2. Chris is on a mission. 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. 2 down in the inning. So Bob McGlone comes in. Walked, hit by a pitch, and a run driven in. Top of the order. If Connor Plank stands in the on-deck circle, would go next. The 1-0. Out to right. Bachman coming in. He'll reach up, make the catch, fighting that sun, and that'll end the inning. But the Lions get 2 more across. They lead at 12-1 after 3. Back after this on Kool TV.
Baseball and softball seasons are here, and Grayson Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything from bats and gloves to helmets and accessories. No matter the age, Grayson Sporting Goods has the size to get your favorite star ready to hit the field. Grayson Sporting Goods also offers a full selection of East and West Carter team gear with custom printing and embroidery available on many items. Stop by Grayson Sporting Goods, located on Main Street in downtown Grayson, proudly serving Carter County and surrounding counties since 1975.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff.
That's why we hand stuff every epic stuffed crust with a whole lot of flavor. And we always start with our fresh, never frozen dough.
We never stop exploring new flavors of stuff in our crust. And just wait until you see what we're cooking up next.
The new cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust, hand stuffed with a blend of garlic herb ricotta and mozzarella. Because no one stuffs a crust like Papa John's.
Beautiful evening here in Vanceburg. Top of the fourth inning we go. 12-1 Lions in front. Johnson, Kendall, and Steinhauer do up this inning for the visiting Polar Bears. It'll be in the rotation tomorrow night, sir. Yeah. Polar Bears still looking for their first hit of the contest. They've had several base runners. All of those have been from hit batters or walks. Stevenson has put 5 on base, 4 hit batters, 3 consecutive. He's walked a runner. Final line for Comas, he goes an inning and 2/3. 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. Struck out a batter, walked 4, hit 3. I don't know that I've ever broadcast a game where we've had more hit batters than we've had hits combined. In this ball game, we have had a total of 7 hit batters. We've got 5 total hits. And a grand slam as one of those. Swings on this one, and it goes through the catcher's mitt to the backstop, and the count goes to 1-1. I don't know that I've ever seen a pitcher give up 8 runs in an inning, don't retire, don't finish the inning, and none of those runs earned. Two balls and a strike. That was the situation for the starting pitcher of Kirk Hamilton. Did make it out of the first inning. And he got touched up, handed the ball off, and Mr. Ferguson welcomed Mr. Comas to Vanceburg. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Starting to see some shade drift over top of the ballpark here as we've gone on a sun-drenched field here in Vanceburg this evening after a mixture of sun and clouds before the contest. The 2-2. Breaky ball swung on a mist. It kicks out in front of Jordan. He'll finish the throw down to first base for the first out here in the 4th.
Next up, number 9, Dawson Kendall.
So Dawson Kendall steps in 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time through. One at the belt, but misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Stevenson back to work. Goes upstairs and gets him to offer 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball down and in. 3 balls and a strike. Mr. Jordan put a number 1 down. Thank you. I love the center field camera sometimes. At the knees, 3-2. One down, base is empty here in the fourth. Here comes the payoff pitch. Spikes it in the dirt and gives up another free pass. So Kendall on base with one away, and the second baseman of Mitchell Steinhauer coming on. Got caught looking his first time through today. On the outside corner, a cold strike. The 0-1. Straight away center field. Egbert coming on, trying to make a diving catch. He got it, and they're going to double him off. Take a look at this on your iSense Cards and Collectibles instant replay. Egbert, yeah, he got under it. And then from his knees makes the throw, and that'll end the inning. So an inning-ending double play will end the fourth for the Polar Bears, 12-1. We'll return after this on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella.
Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. 12-1. Plank, Egbert, and Ferguson, top of the order due up this inning for the Lions. Now here's where we stand. If Lewis County would plate 4 in this inning, that would end your ball game because that would put the 15-run rule in. If not, if it stays where it is, Bracken County needs at least 3 runs. And we've got some changes around the field, I believe. Let me do some looks here real quick. Dwinger is still out there on the bump. All right, a new center fielder coming on. That's going to be Turner. The new left fielder is Goebel, replacing Hamilton. And a new right fielder is Bond, replacing Bogman. Infield stays the same. So the clouds have drifted away, but now the sun has dipped behind the hillsides off to the third base side and covered us up in shade as Connor Plank steps in. Plank 0 for 1. 2 walks and an RBI. Count evens at a ball and a strike. We'll check our Court Sports Trivia question here out in this inning. That one dives in there for a called strike. You better understand something right now. In this type of a ball game, if it's in the dirt circle, you better be swinging. The 1-2. Runs that one inside and gets called for strike 3. One away in the 4th. So Braxton Egbert comes in 0 for 2. 2 lineouts and a hit by pitch. Also brought home a run on a walk with the bases loaded. I'll check him down at first. He'll say he did not offer. Count goes to 1-0. One on one. Phillies have extended their lead over the Rays 3-0 now top of the 3rd inning. All of the games that's underway that have gotten going are all scoreless. Rangers still in front of the Red Sox 1-0 up in Boston. Three balls and a strike. Lewis County back at home tomorrow night. Bath County in town. 6:10-ish. Probably first pitch tomorrow night by the time the Wildcats get in town. We'll be with you here on Kool TV for the coverage. 3-1 right down the heart, called strike 3-2. Downstairs, ball 4. So a one-out walk puts Egbert on base, his first walk of the ball game. He had a hit by pitch, and now the man that owns 3 of the 5 hits in the contest, Kyron Ferguson, comes in. Five RBIs on the evening for Mr. Ferguson. 4 of those coming on one swing of the bat. I would be surprised if he sees a pitch anywhere near the plate. I'm going to check the runner on this one. I love the center field camera. 2-0. Oh, yes. I don't need a trash can. I know signs. Oh, he wanted that when he misses the fastball. 2-1. We'll try to check the runner again, but it was a bad pitch to throw on. 3-1. All right, here comes Mr. Fastball. Do something if you can. It misses high, ball 4. And that's why I don't know that wasn't an unintentional intentional walk. It's like, I'm going to give you one pitch, and you don't do anything with it, and after that, we're done. So Cam Ferris steps in, 1-for-1, hit by a pitch and a walk in the ball game. He laced a liner down the right field line back in the first inning. Two on, one out. Ferris rockets one down the line. This is deep and down to left. That one's up against the fence. Ferguson was holding to see if the ball was going to be caught. He's going to make Ferris only get a single out of that one. What was Ferguson thinking? I wonder whether it was going to be caught or not, whether it was going to get out of here or not. Jeez, oh, Pete. What'd Ferris do to you, my man? So Cam Ferris just clobbered about a 300-foot single.
290 feet.
Yeah. He's going to get an RBI out of it as Egbert will come around to score and make it 13-1, and now Big John comes in. Yeah, I look up, and Ferguson's not even at second base yet, and Ferris is already coming around first. He's like, what are you doing to me, man? They go one. Hard hit ball down the third base line. Fair or foul? I'm guessing foul. He never pointed. Seth Wallingford was looking at him going, which direction, my man? Our home plate umpire never pointed. He didn't point. He didn't raise his hands. And so we were all kind of lost in limbo. Is that a fair or foul ball? So no ball and 2-strike count to Big John Reeder. He lifts this one weakly in the infield. That's your infield fly rule for the second out of the inning. So that brings in the third baseman, Zane Smike, who's 1 for 2 today with a strikeout. He's also walked. Single to right on his last time through. Here's a throw back towards second base, and this is into center field, but luckily the center fielder was coming on. You know, if it got past him, I don't know that Ferguson would have run to third. I'm upset with Kyron right now. Cam Ferris may body slam him after the game, and he has all the right to. There you see him on your screen. This one's a ball that laces out into left field. Don't worry, Ferguson's stopping at third. You're not getting an RBI. I don't care where that ball goes. That ball could have got past him. Ferguson wasn't running anymore. He's a station-to-station guy. He's the kind of guy that hits the home run and just tosses the bat and says, okay, boys, I'm going back to the dugout. Yeah. Give me somebody to run for me. So Parker Jordan comes in with the bases full. Smike represents the game-clinching run over at first base. Jordan's 0 for 1 in the contest. A walk, 2 walks bookending a strikeout. That one's going to get past Ferguson's going to scurry toward home plate. And will score the run and make it 14-1. I'm shocked. Move him onto the plate on the wild pitch. So both runners move out into scoring position. We'll start calling Kyron Little League. Station to station. T-baller. I'll wear him out tomorrow night. The 2-1. Cue-balled foul. That's one thing about it is I've been around these kids so long. You know, I've watched Kyron from a freshman all the way up, and now to see him doing what he's doing now, he's put in his work. He's put the work in. He's battled through a lot of stuff to get himself to where he is. Glad to see him, you know, getting to enjoy the game that he loves. He's battled through a lot to get himself to where he is. Didn't get all the way back after the shoulder surgery, obviously. He wanted to get back on the mound. That did not happen, but back out at shortstop, and looks like he's probably closer to 80%, maybe 85% of where he was before he got hurt. So Jordan's going to walk for the third time today. And Hunter Bivens will come on. Helpenstein will go out and run for the catcher. So now the game-clinching run is out at second base. We're going to get a pitching change, I believe, or they're going to bring everybody in. All right, while they're doing that, let's go ahead and take a look at our Kool Sports Trivia question. It was on this date in 1998, this pitcher tied the Major League record for the most strikeouts in a game of 20. Who was he? A. Roger Clemens, B. John Smoltz, C. Tom Glavine, D. Kerry Wood. Guys? Kerry Wood is the guess in the press box, and your correct answer is the rookie, Kerry Wood. He was a rookie back in 98 for the Cubbies, and he owns the record for most strikeouts in a 9-inning game. Clemens did it in more than a 9-inning game. He had it back in 86 when he did it from there. So congratulations to our winner tonight of Todd Bain, who checked in with our correct answer. So we'll have another trivia question for you tomorrow night as I dig deep into the relics of my tangled web of trivia. It was also on this date back in Major League Baseball history. Bob Uecker got locked in the press box, and he broadcast it from on the air the entire time. It was epic. Hunter Bivens fouls this one into the screen. I miss Ueck. He was so good. It was 2015 when it happened. He said, and in quotes, "People who are listening to the ball game, I know what you're thinking. He's already for the home, or he's ready for the home. He's cooked. He's finally happened. It's seeing ladders and doors without handles." Bob Uecker explaining being trapped by several innings by a broken lock in the broadcast booth of his broadcast tower. They had to use a ladder positioned on the level below to climb up into the booth to be able to get the door free, and he gave it play-by-play the entire time. Three balls and a strike to Hunter Bivens. Ball four. So now the game-clinching run moves 90 feet from home. That's in Zane Smike. And to the plate will be Braden McGlone. Nope, we're going to get a pinch hitter for his spot, as Braden Kilbreth will come on to hit. So 2 outs here in the fourth. And Kilbreth rockets one down the line. Is it a fair ball? It's just foul. It was foul, but it was so close. Yeah, he's not making any motions. I will say this, Wally didn't say anything over at third base, so he totally agreed with the call. Kilbreth raises the hands and lets that one run through. 1-1. Yeah, exactly. That's where you wipe it off. Say, it didn't hit me. I'm staying right here, Blue. This one's fouled away. That would be a poetic ending to this ball game. A ball game that chased the buzzards away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here are the fourth. That one's to the backstop. Here comes Smike. He's going to plate the run, and that's your ball game. Final score, 16-1. Lewis County wins it. They'll snap a 9-game losing streak in doing so. Post-game when we return after this on Kool TV.
Here at Kentucky Christian University, we believe that nursing saves lives. Nursing is more than a career, it's a calling. KCU has a reputation for producing exemplary graduates who excel both clinically and professionally. With options for both in-person and online studies, KCU is ready to help you begin the career of your dreams today. Find out more at kcu.edu.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Go to Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
Final score in this one, Lewis County wins it 16-1 as Mr. Stevenson's going to throw a no-no tonight. Nobody would have thought about that because of the fact that we had 20 walks in this ball game, 15 walks, 7 hit batters between the two teams. Lewis County pounds out 7 hits tonight, and it was a night to remember for Kyron Ferguson as he goes 3 for 3 with a towering grand slam for his 4th home run of the season to lift his team to the victory. 10 runs in the first, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth. But the Lewis County Lions snap a 9-game losing streak with a 16-1 win here over Bracken County. We'll step out for a break. We'll come back and look at our final numbers and wrap things up when we return after this on Kool TV.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Since 1932, we've been a proud part of Kentucky, dedicated to serving our members with integrity, respect, and a commitment to excellence. We believe that by working together, we can create a brighter future for everyone. Whether you're saving for a new home, planning for retirement, or starting your own business, we're here to help you every step of the way. So stop wishing and start doing. And let's build a financially successful future together. Thank you for being a part of our journey.
Baseball and softball seasons are here, and Grayson Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything from bats and gloves to helmets and accessories. No matter the age, Grayson Sporting Goods has the size to get your favorite star ready to hit the field. Grayson Sporting Goods also offers a full selection of East and West Carter team gear with custom printing and embroidery available on many items. Stop by Grayson Sporting Goods, located on Main Street in downtown Grayson, proudly serving Carter County and surrounding counties since 1975.
16-1 your final score. Caden Stevenson throws a no-no, giving up the 1 run thanks to some free passes. He gave up 7 free passes tonight, 6 free passes, 2 walks and 4 hit batters. He hit 3 consecutive, and that's what brought in the run. Lewis County this evening, they pound out 7 hits, 3 of those from Kyron Ferguson, who goes 3 for 3. He has 5 RBIs, including the towering grand slam in the first inning, his second time through, when Lewis County put out 10 runs in that first frame. They added 2 more in the third, 4 in the fourth. Other hits, Cam Ferris goes 2 for 2. Zane Smike, 2 for 2. Ferris, Jordan, and Bivens, along with McGlone, all drive in runs in the winning effort. Final pitching numbers look like this. Hamilton goes 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 8 runs, none earned. He struck out 1, walked 5. He'll take the loss. Comas goes an inning and 2/3, 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, struck out a batter, walked 4. And then the final pitcher of Dwinger goes an inning and a third, 2 hits, 4 runs, all earned, struck out 2, walked 4. Stevenson, 4 innings, no hits, 1 run, it was earned, struck out 3, walked 2. He'll take the victory. Final box score looks like this for Bracken County: 1 run, no hits, 2 errors. They leave 3 runners on base. For Lewis County, 16 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They leave 6 runners on base. Hour and 47 minutes tonight to decide this one. And the Lewis County Lions snap a 9-game losing streak and pick up a 16-1 win here tonight. They'll be back in action tomorrow night as they bring in Bath County. Scheduled for a 6 o'clock first pitch, I would say will be closer to 6:10, 6:15 or so, unless something happens and we get in sooner. But either way, we'll be with you sometime around that 6 o'clock hour to bring you coverage of Bath County and Lewis County here on Kool TV. Hat tip to my crew tonight, Trey and Felicia Collier. Phenomenal job by them, as always. And a big hat tip to all the great folks here at Lewis County Baseball. Always a pleasure coming up to Vanceburg to cover their games. Again, your final score, 16-1. Lewis wins it. For Trey and Felicia Collier, everyone at the Kool Sports Network, I'm James Carr saying so long and have a great evening.
Thank you for watching another Lewis County Lions broadcast live on Kool TV. This broadcast of Lewis County Lions baseball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Kool Sports Network and Kool TV.